Hello. Today is Friday, November 10th, 2023. This is a sideshow, and I'm Theodore Parker. In this area of Kentucky, we've had rain throughout the night. Over the weekend, the temperatures are going to drop into the 50s and back to the 60s to start the week. Sunrise at 7:13 a.m., sunset at 5:29 p.m. today. Pollen is low. Air quality index is good at 28. So, if you're watching the sideshow on Facebook and Instagram, don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're watching the sideshow on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, the sideshow coffee cup, 11-ounce black ceramic, good for all beverages, dishwasher safe. Buy from me for $17 plus shipping and handling. Pay me through Cash App, $TR Parker 1. Some of the headlines in the news. Today is the Marine Corps birthday, November 10th. Woo! Little green amphibious monsters. Hoorah! And tomorrow's Veterans Day. So you can check your local food establishments for a free meal for veterans. In this area, Golden Corral is pretty popular. I'm not sure what other restaurants might be offering meals to veterans tomorrow, but you can check your events and see. In the headlines, Avengers actor killed with 3 of his children in deadly Halloween crash. Taraji Ramesses, who was a stunt actor for the hero Black Panther in the Marvel film Avengers Infinity War, has reportedly died in a car accident and also claimed the lives of his 3 children. Israel-Hamas war. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of lack of agreement, but Israel has agreed to a 4-hour-a-day ceasefire for humanitarian reasons that would allow people to leave the city of Gaza. Puerto Rico declares a flu epidemic with 42 deaths and over 900 hospitalized. Puerto Rico. And the elections that took place on Tuesday. I received all my notifications in the mail. How you voted is, of course, a private matter. But in this area, we had Lexington, Kentucky. I happen to reside in District 1. So on the ballot, according to what was put up on the internet, there was a ballot for governor, 2 council positions, a Senate and representative positions were also on the ballot. Both council positions were held by women. The only thing that I'm going to add to that is that, so from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. was voting. Results are definitely in now. Is that it's good to know what's being offered by each candidate. As I stated before, don't just go on your feelings. Go on what you know. And it kind of boils down to 2 things. Those representatives or those politicians that have a lower crime, safer neighborhood agenda, and also those politicians that offer we can make things better. And I had to give that a little bit of thought. How can they make things better really? But it has to do with goods and services. So that's a minuscule pinhead phrasing of all the other stuff that you hear from politicians, but that's really what it boils down to. And it has to do with their political background. But I will add this, that by inference, constitutional law, that I would say that politicians are also lawyers. So you can take it from there. In this particular instance here in Lexington, the representative on the ballot, I had an opportunity to meet on 2 occasions. One was for a community event, and another was at Kentucky State, a historically black college. So I am familiar with his speaking style, and I enjoyed listening to him. So, politics, there it is. Until 2024. So like I said, last year was midterms. Now you had these positions that were voted on. And now we're on to the presidential election, which will also include, if I'm not mistaken, voting for the mayor of your city. There we have it. So I also wanted to mention, we've had things in the news for a while now about AI, artificial intelligence. And it just so happened that I was out and, I get a ride. So the driver and happened to get into this discussion about AI and what he felt it would contribute or how it would go in today's society as far as jobs and basically people, providing for themselves, really, income and the basic things, roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach. How would all that play out? So he had some interesting points. It kind of reminded me of when you first start getting cell phones. Who would have thought all that would have been packed into something that you could hold in your hand? You know what I'm saying? So most people are, quote unquote, just a term, lost without their cell phone. All their information is in it. Your financial information is in it. If you want to find out something, you just, quote unquote, Google it. So it's not as far-fetched as it would seem. And those people that are old enough to have seen generational changes know that one time all we had was landlines. And in some cases, they had what you call a party line, which was shared. Now you have all this computer information manufactured, put together in different parts of the world and assembled for you to purchase. Of course, it's in the hundreds of dollars, and each company has their brand that they feature and how they think their product offers something that you could take advantage of or use profitably. So all these things come up. So it cannot be denied, going back as far as Orson Welles' Big Brother, and which was the advent of computers and all the other things that went along with it. Catch fire or catch a fire. Just assembling a basic computer and getting it to work. And now we take all these things for granted. Used to be the American dream was house, TV, car. Now those things that were luxury items at one point years ago are now almost necessities. And the cell phone is one of them. So you say, well, who don't have a cell phone? I ran into a guy a couple of months ago when I first got back here in Lexington that was trying to find directions, and somebody had written them down for him. And those of you that are old enough to remember, if you wanted to go visit a friend, they would tell you, come down 2 blocks, make a right, and I'm the third house on the left. And that was good enough. Now, you GPS your location, it'll take you across the country or almost anywhere else you want to go. Pinpoint accuracy, latitude, longitude. So, how will it affect humans in the workplace? And what will we do for income, as I said? So you already have experienced comments on work at home and all these other things like that. Well, it just so happens that there was a list, once again, of those jobs that could be replaced because AI is supposed to help with repetitive skills and different things like that, mundane, quote unquote, task. And I think most recently, one of the corporations has allowed an AI female robot to act as CEO. So it's not as far-fetched or as far in the future as we might conceive in our minds. It is right here, right now, AI. So it just so happens I asked a couple of questions, and these are the jobs that would most likely be affected by AI taking over in the workplace. Legal industry jobs. Now, isn't that something? Paralegals and legal assistants. Market research analyst. How about that? Wall Street, all that type of thing. And surprisingly enough, teachers. Finance jobs, financial analysts, personal finance advisors, traders, graphic designers, accountants, customer service agents, customer support specialists. And then some of you, although I've not taken advantage of it myself, we're back to Chat GPT. And you know, if you can just pick up your phone and speak into the microphone and ask it a question and it give you a reference and an answer, how quick a response do you think AI is definitely in? Just because it's not a robot talking to you, it's still being based on computers and computerized methods of obtaining information. So, on the flip side of the coin, as always, what jobs will not be replaced? And there was a list. And on that list of jobs that will not be replaced by AI is musicians and performers. That's it. Hashtag.